everybody. Welcome to Check the Market and Check the News together as the greatest team in the history of broadcasting.
Amen to that one.
How's everybody doing, Charles? That's right. It's Crypto Island time. XRP is kind of disappointing. We had a chance at the moonshot there the other day, but it looks like the rocket engines failed.
Again.
So we need to switch over to some SpaceX rockets instead of, good old-fashioned Soviet rockets or whatever they're using over there. Good morning, Ninja, Sandra, Twin 2 Chanel. Good morning to you. Crypto markets is up slightly.
Nice. What is slightly?
0.86% total for the market, but Bitcoin's up over 1.5%.
All right.
So pretty good. Looking pretty good there.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
All right, let's get into it. Let's see what's going on today.
Let's check the news. Just in, the FBI has seized a $90 million yacht owned by Putin ally Viktor Velskenberg. We have a little clip for you. Roll it. I'd like to know how many yachts they've actually seized, like globally, because of Putin bad.
Who's going to be using all these yachts? Are they going to sell them? And then who's going to buy them? If the Russians don't buy the yachts, then who's going to buy them?
Who's going to buy them? I don't know.
Because our friends in the United Arab Emirates and Qatar and Saudi Arabia and all those places, they already have yachts.
They don't need more yachts.
They don't need more yachts.
And they don't want no secondhand yacht.
No, they don't.
Anyway, there you go. Clip. Next. Breaking Vice President Kamala Harris's Chief of Staff Michael Fuchs quits, describing her as a soul-destroying bully. And I think all of us, based upon what we see of Kamala, could say yes, we could agree with that description. So I believe this is the 12th staff member to leave. Next.
Man.
More DHS. Secret flights carrying illegal border crossings arrive in Westchester, New York. Buses head off from there. So the continuation of illegals coming into the country just continues, but it's because Biden is opening up Title 42, which is bad for the United States. Next. Long Island man, 21, arrested for ghost guns after accidentally shooting himself. I didn't want to laugh at this one, but it's the actual headline. So there you go. Don't shoot yourself. Be careful. Next.
Oh my God.
Start your week with CTM/CTN up with a laugh. Next.
Nancy, this is Check the Market, where we check the market. Stock market, crypto market, and we also check the news at the same time.
At the same time.
So it's just awesome.
It's a good fusion.
And you should tune in every single day.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
It's not news, but it's lovely. Me trying to get through a late night CTN segment. Next. Cool. Maintaining a vaccine mandate on truckers at a time of global food supply issues is unethical and unnecessary, punishes every single Canadian. Lifting the mandates would be a simple way to alleviate the strain and prevent food shortages. So Canadians are still locked down unless you're totally up to date on all your jabs and you've been completely compliant with the government. Same thing with the United States. Their border crossing is still shut to non-vaccinated Canadians and truckers. Next. For a neo-Marxist group who want to dismantle capitalism, they sure do love luxury properties. BLM secretly used $6 million in donations to buy 6,500 square foot mansion in Southern California. So the self-proclaimed and self-trained, or saying these individuals all said that they're trained to be Marxists, and they're benefiting off the capitalist system. So,
But they are top Marxists.
yes, exactly. Next.
No, that's the Sacha Baron Cohen movie.
Yeah.
I never saw that one.
Well, there's a scene where he's they show him the new missile they've developed, and but it has kind of a round head, and he says, "You need to make it more pointy." To his engineers, and actually, that's why I said the same thing. Starship, we need to make it more pointy.
Did you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's going. I just have the main camera on.
Okay. That's you literally told them to make the Starship more pointy because of the movie The Dictator.
Yep. And they know it too. It's not like they haven't they're unaware of it. Everyone thought it would be funny if we made the rocket more pointy, so we did.
Did it have any effect on the aerodynamics?
No.
Nothing.
No, we can make it way blunter and be fine.
But is it better to be pointier? Or like if it wasn't for the
It's
movie,
arguably slightly worse, but like
but more fun for you.
yeah, it looks cooler.
Well, okay. It does look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Wow.
I can't believe that. Not that I've seen that movie or anything, but yeah.
You change everything because of movies. People. Next.
Twitter stock rockets after Elon Musk takes stake valued at more than $3 billion. Twitter up 25%. Let's see what Twitter's doing pre-market. Elon warned us. Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. He did warn us. I didn't think he was actually going to do it.
Really?
No, but he had already bought the stake.
Yeah. Yeah, he had
March
to disclose.
14th. Yeah.
Yep.
So I thought that was interesting. So now, like, people are freaking out. People that lost money on the whole deal are freaking out because they think that he violated SEC rules.
Oh, really?
Yeah. By not disclosing that he had a stake in Twitter. Pre-market, it's up another almost 9% at $54 a share now.
Jeez.
So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Already, even there was a Twitter employee, one who said that he was leaving because he didn't want to work in a space with Elon Musk.
He's a shareholder.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
But-
not gonna
but shareholders-
have the cubicle next to
Yeah,
you.
exactly. But shareholders get to dictate quite a bit. Like, look at Disney.
Yeah.
Like, that's who the CEO is responding to and going on with all this woke crap because of the shareholders. So it'll be interesting to see. But then also at the same time, Twitter employees are also talking about, hey, look at Elon Musk talking about the edit button. That's like the big controversy now. And they're like, what do you think about this? We're looking at actually developing an edit button. So they're all going based upon what Elon's already projected out there as suggestions. So
at 10%, he'll have board seats too
yes.
on Twitter. So that's a pretty good stake.
Not bad at all.
I think the biggest stake I ever owned in Twitter was 0.000000009%.
Hey, you got something in there.
Morning, Doug. Welcome to Check the Market. All right, next. Elon Musk's Twitter stake does not rule out full buyout, analyst says. Musk has become Twitter's largest shareholder after acquiring a 9.2% stake. Continue. Elon Musk disclosed a 9.2% stake in Twitter on Monday, sending the company's stock soaring more than 25%. But some analysts don't see the Tesla chief executive stopping there. Though the billionaire stake in the social media company is considered passive, some Wall Street analysts believe Musk has much more planned for Twitter's long-term strategy. While Musk has expressed interest in building a rival to Twitter, CFRA research senior equity analyst Angelo Zeno, I like CFRA's research. I use their stuff all the time, warns that a potential all-out buyout of the company could still be on the table. While a passive stake by Musk won't change Twitter's fundamentals, we do think his investment will drive greater interest from consumers. Zeno wrote in a note to clients on Monday, Musk's actual investment, less than $3 billion, is a very small percentage of his wealth, and an all-out buyout should not be ruled out. Continue. CFRA maintains a buy rating on Twitter stock and upped its 12-month price target by $13 to $55 a share, where it's almost up to $55 a share right now. Musk's latest move follows his recent criticism over the social media platform's approach to free speech. He has also previously been critical of Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, compared the executive to Joseph Stalin, the former leader of the Soviet Union. The billionaire posted a Twitter poll in March questioning whether the platform allows users to speak freely. Free speech is essential to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter rigorously adheres to this principle? More than 70% of respondents said Twitter lacked a commitment to free speech, leading Musk to ask his more than 80 million followers what should be done. Continue. Given that Twitter serves as the de facto public town square, failing to adhere to free speech principles fundamentally undermines democracy. What should be done? Musk wrote in another tweet on March 26th, is a new platform needed? Meanwhile, Wedbush Securities Managing Director of Equity Research Daniel Ives told Fox Business that Musk's stake will not remain passive for long, noting it's just the start of a broader conversations with the company's board and management. I think that Elon Musk could potentially force out the CEO. We believe that there's a better chance of us playing in the Masters this weekend than Musk staying in a passive investor at 9%. Yeah, I don't think he'll be a passive investor either. He's definitely going to be an activist investor. Mm-hmm. The Street is reading this as a first move for Musk as in an eventual active role at Twitter. Continue. Morningstar senior equity analyst Ali Mogharabi said in a note to clients that the news of Musk's stake offers social media platform opportunity to potentially increase its user base and engagement and attract more advertising dollars. Twitter currently has 217 million daily active users. That's not a lot.
It's not a lot. At all.
Continue. He also believes Musk could influence the openness of Twitter's platform and how it controls content. Musk has already indicated that he did not agree with the appointment of Agrawal and that he desires some changes. So I think that he, depending on how Agrawal does, at 9%, he's definitely in a position where he can push for his removal. Mogharabi also said Musk could help push the platform to invest more aggressively in its recent launched Twitter Blue subscription service, which offers premium features and app customizations for a small monthly fee. So the fair value from Morningstar would be at $58 per share. Continue. Now, my question is, how is DWAC doing? Because if because of this, Twitter becomes a more free, down 8% this morning. Yesterday down almost 10%. So that definitely had something to do with this news. Because if Twitter is going to move more towards free speech, then this is just an alternative.
Yes. Bethany wants Trump to have his tweeting privileges back.
Yes.
And the Babylon Bee. Those two.
I already saw that somebody tweeted at him.
Really?
Yeah, yesterday Musk tweeted, "Oh hi, LOL," and then like how they always show you like the most engaged with tweet at the bottom.
Yep.
It said, "Please reinstate Babylon B."
Oh, nice. Oh, okay.
So I'm sure
Cool.
he saw that because he's active on Twitter.
Yes.
It's crazy how like he'll respond to questions on there and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool.
Non-blue checkmark accounts too. It's great.
Pack your bags, Agrawal. Potentially, yes.
Let's hope so.
Continue. Why this investor is betting against Donald Trump, Cathie Wood, and Elon Musk right now? Let's see it. Just a few days into April, a popular investor known for sharing his short ideas has already taken on Donald Trump, Cathie Wood, and now Elon Musk with short bets and callouts, which there probably will be a pullback on Twitter's stock. I don't think it's going to, keep going up. Seabreeze Partners manager and Real Money Pro contributor Doug Cass announced Monday he's shorting Twitter after shares ran up on news. It was revealed Monday Tesla CEO Elon Musk took a 9.2% stake in Twitter, leading to shares jumping over 25%. I already have an investment short in DWAC, and now I have a trading short rental in Twitter after the Musk announcement. Continue. Cass has been vocal recently about DWAC, the SPAC taking Donald Trump's Trump Media and Technology Group public. Digital work acquisition is not so worldly.
Yeah.
Brains and chiefs of technology and product development behind President Trump's True Socials technology and launch, Josh Adams and Bill Boozer, have left the company. Cass said he remains short shares of Digital World Acquisition while sharing that news of the executive's departure had shares down already $10 on Monday. Another short favorite for Cass is ARK Innovation ETF, which he tweeted about Monday, which I think he makes a pretty good case for this. I say buying ARK Invest, ARK, $ARK, and any other related ETF is playing with fire, and that listening to Cathie Wood would be a mistake. She's trying to save her business, but the ARK is sinking. Continue. The comments come as Wood said recently the Federal Reserve could be playing with fire by hiking the Fed's funds rate. Cass is no stranger to taking on Cathie Wood with several posts in 21 about the risk in investing in the ETFs from ARK Invest. Over the last 2 weeks, I have cautioned about the risk that ARK's virtuous cycle, perpetuated by massive inflows, runs the risk of being a vicious cycle should outflows commence as Cathie Wood runs her portfolio at 200 miles per hour. Why is it important? Cass bet against Twitter appeared to be short-term, with him tweeting that he had covered parts of his position. He didn't lay out a case against Twitter. Continue. The move comes as Musk took a large stake, so on and so forth. Cass is also short Starbucks Corp, which shared a post Monday highlighting that the coffee giant is suspending its share buyback plan to spend the cash on stores and staffing. That makes sense because what's his name? The old Howard Schultz, the old CEO, is back. Cass has also known to go short companies that have exposure to Bitcoin, including MicroStrategy and Riot Blockchain. Continue. The SpaceX one definitely looks the best out of all of those.
I'm digging the middle one, the Branson Virgin Galactic.
I would like to take a trip on that one.
That would be
like,
fun.
I think it's $200,000 or something like that.
It looks way more sci-fi than any of the other ones.
Yeah. No, I think the SpaceX one is the best one.
It's too slim. It's too whatever that is.
Yeah, but it's like that one is actually delivers stuff into space, where the other two just do like space tourism stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I like SpaceX. I would also like to invest in SpaceX.
Then why don't you?
It's privately
I'm joking.
privately
I'm
traded
joking.
right now. Can invest.
Someday.
Continue. Markets open. And Dow Jones down 61, NASDAQ down 53, S&P 500 down almost 9, 8.74. Oil is back up to over $100 a barrel at 104. Gold is up, silver's up 24.81. And DWAC is down 6.5%. Let's take a look at Twitter. Twitter is up 54.21, another 8.57%. So there's going to be some pullback. So if anybody wants to take a short position on that one, there's definitely going to be some pullback at some point. That one, it can't keep cruising the way it's doing that. Continue. All the money I've made it with XRP, I decided to splurge and get a pool and a deck.
Nice.
So there, that's accurate. When is it going to moon? We've been told now for years that it's going to moon, but Patience. Patience, everybody. Patience. Continue. SEC weighs path forward for crypto trading platforms. Gensler suggests segregating platforms. So he's a segregationist. Custody and market making services to make registration feasible. Next.
What a fine-looking specimen, eh?
Yes, he is. The Securities Exchange Commission is studying ways to make it more feasible for cryptocurrency trading platforms to register with the agency as exchanges, Chairman Gary Gensler said Monday. That was actually a photo shoot. Go back.
I think that's actually from the Canadian, that's on the Canadian Embassy's rooftop.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah,
In
I've been there.
DC?
Yeah, in DC.
That right there, that's like a Wall Street Journal. They legit sent, somebody out there to photograph him.
And that's the only
Next.
way. You had to like cut off half his face because to do the full on would be too much.
Continue. The Securities Exchange Commission is studying ways to make it more feasible for cryptocurrency trading platforms to register with the agency as exchanges. Chairman Gary Gensler said Monday. Mr. Gensler has been urging crypto trading platforms such as Coinbase to submit to SEC oversight for months, saying the firms allow investors to buy and sell assets that meet legal definition of securities. The trading platforms have refused. They dispute the assertion that they list securities and cite a variety of technical reasons why they view SEC regulation as impractical. These crypto platforms play roles similar to those of traditional regulated exchange, Mr. Gensler said in a speech for an event hosted by the University of Pennsylvania's law school. Thus, investors should be protected in the same way. No. Coinbase declined to immediately comment when reached Monday. Though they call themselves exchanges, crypto trading platforms differ from regulated securities exchanges in a number of ways. I thought this was a good explanation too. Continue. In the equity market, an investor will place an order to buy or sell a stock through a broker. The broker typically sends the order to an exchange, which matches the buyer to a seller or to a registered market maker. The broker also custodies or safeguards the customer's assets in accounts that are distinct from its own. In the crypto market, trading platforms interact directly with individual investors. They custody their clients' assets and act as market makers, often taking the opposite side of a trade. Yes, but we all know that they're doing this. This creates novel risks and potential conflicts of interest, the SEC has said. Mr. Gensler said he has asked SEC staff to work on ways to register crypto trading platforms as exchanges and ensure they protect their customers' assets. He said this may require that they separate their custody and market-making services from other parts of their business. Continue. The cryptocurrency industry has aggressively lobbied Washington lawmakers and policymakers over the past year to avoid falling within the SEC's jurisdiction. They say developers of cryptocurrencies would have a hard time meeting the disclosure requirements the SEC has designed for publicly traded companies. Mr. Gensler expressed a willingness to engage with the industry while reiterating the importance of regulating cryptocurrencies that are securities. Yeah, but they're not securities. If there are, in fact, forms or disclosure with which crypto assets truly cannot comply, our staff is here to discuss and evaluate those concerns. Any token that is a security must play by the same market integrity rulebook as other securities. Continue. Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Shiba Inu now accepted at 500,000 vending machines across the US. Continue. You can now get an ice-cold Coca-Cola with Shiba Inu. PayRange, a leading mobile payment app maker for automated retail, has added capabilities to accept cryptocurrencies. In an announcement on Monday, the company said users can pay with cryptocurrencies by signing into their Coinbase global account within the PayRange app. Continue. PayRange operates more than 500,000 vending machines across 350 cities in the US, meaning that millions of users will now be able to pay with their cryptocurrency of choice. The company has also added support for store gift cards from major retailers like Target, Walmart, and Home Depot, which means you can now renovate your house with cryptocurrencies with Shiba Inu.
Great news for Bethany.
The new funding options are included automatically in the pay range service at no additional cost to the machine owner, and no updates are required at the machine. Popular cryptocurrency ATM operator Bitcoin of America recently added support for Dogecoin and Shiba Inu at 1,800 cryptocurrency ATM locations across the US. Continue. And next. A big shift is underway for markets, and old Warren Buffett shareholder letters point to which companies will survive. So somebody is combing through old Warren Buffett shareholder letters to see if there's anything that points towards the future. Let's see it. I saw an interview with that guy a while back, Michael. There was a guy that bought the first Bitcoin transaction was a guy that bought a pizza for, however many thousands of Bitcoin it was when it first came out. So just think about buying a pizza for $1 billion.
Just because you can.
He said he has no regrets because it was the first, the first use case for Bitcoin, basically. But let's be honest, he has some regrets.
Make history. People will remember you.
Let's see the article. Given a war and inflation have marked the start of 22, investors would be forgiven for holding their breath over the rest of the year's offerings. Our call of the day from a team at Saxo Bank sees a wild ride ahead for the second quarter and offers advice on which companies will best survive the upheaval. I don't think that companies are going to be going under that quickly, but makes for a good article. The world is living through nothing less than the arrival of the endgame for the paradigm that has shaped markets since the advent of the Greenspan Federal Reserve, put in the wake of the LTCM, the long-term capital management crisis of 1998, said Saxo's Chief Investment Officer Steen Jacobson in the bank's second quarter outlook on Tuesday. Man, they're going for it. They're all end of the world. Continue. He is a freaking liar, Michael says. He'd be swinging from the gallows. Supply-side shocks from Russia's invasion of Ukraine and COVID-19 have accelerated our path toward more productivity. Policy simply must take us toward more price discovery and positive real yields as market and government actors fight for investment in a world we now understand is highly constrained by absolute energy, environmental, and capital limits. Saxo sees three cycles simultaneously affecting markets: ongoing supply crunches, the war in Ukraine, and the world's physical limits, repricing of assets as inflation rises, and a new Fed tightening cycle that began in March. The results of these will be more spending on energy, defense, supply chain diversification, and negative real rates turning positive as the global economy readies for a productivity boost. Here's where equities come in. With a large-scale war back in Europe and commodities markets in upheaval, this has aggravated inflationary pressures, and equities have entered an environment not seen since the 70s. High inflation is essentially a tax on capital and raises the bar for return on capital, and thus inflation will filter out weaker and non-productive companies in a ruthless fashion. Continue. And one only needs to look at 1970s era shareholder letters from Berkshire Hathaway, billionaire chairman Warren Buffett. That's actually smart to look at that from the 70s, which pointed to productivity, innovation, and pricing power as a survival toolkit for companies. The largest companies in the world are the last to get hit from tighter financial conditions, and they also have the pricing power to pass on inflation to their customers for a longer time than smaller companies. That means bye-bye to zombie companies kept alive by low interest rates and excess capital. So a lot of the SPACs, this is where there could be trouble for them. Garnery said one way to gauge productivity is by looking at adjusted net income to employee, on the theory that a larger company grows, the smaller its profit per employee. Continue. If a company is trying to maximize profits, then it'll often naturally lead to sacrificing productivity. But what is lost in productivity is gained through economies of scale in its operations, and this allows for higher levels of aggregated profits, topping the ranks of companies that are the most productive relative to size. Above the regression line is Apple, he said. Continue. So Apple's right there. So here's a sampling of some of the best companies for productivity and innovation with Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Nvidia, Meta, United Health Group, Visa, Walmart, Synopsys, Schlumberger, Booking Holdings, AT&T, L'Oreal, Nestle. So those are some of the ones that are highly... I never heard of Orsted. I'm going to have to look into that one. Continue. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has warned of finding more atrocities. Let's see if this is... Oh, this is just what is happening at market. All right, so you want to look at companies that are productive, companies that are sitting on a good amount of cash, according to Saxo Bank, which we've already talked about. Some of those. Walmart was on our list to buy in mid-February at about $135 a share, and now it's up to over $150, I believe. Let's take a look. WMT. $152 a share. So that's a pretty good profit. I've made a pretty good profit on that one. And if you, that's 10%. A little over 10%. So that's pretty good. Let's take a look at some more stocks to research. Stocks to research. Low risk VUG. This one is one that is an index fund that you can put on your watch list. This is more of a strategy one. Measures the investment return of large cap growth stocks. It tracks the performance of the CRSP US Large Cap Growth Index. Since growth stocks have taken a hit this year, this could be a good one to add to your watch list. So we've talked about this index fund last year and how it's a good one to put money in and just leave the money in for 20 years. But now there's some buying opportunities. So whenever this one drops like it did, I think it was like 250, 260, somewhere around there. It's trading in the 300s. Let me pull it up real quick so I give you the correct information. Looked at it this morning. 292. So it's trading at 292 right now, but it was down to in the 280s. Back in March, it was down 250. 253 was the low. That was back in March. So that's something that you can take a look at, because if there's those buying opportunities, you can buy into one like this, put some more money into it, and just let it continue to grow. This is one of those index funds that are good for, for putting some money in for 20 years and then cashing out at that point. It has a small dividend yield. It's got a very small expense, a very small fee attached to it. So it's not like most other mutual funds or ETFs that have high fees. Medium risk ET, Energy Transfer. Energy Transfer is an energy company which owns and operates a portfolio of energy assets in the United States. The company's operations include natural gas midstream and intrastate transportation and storage assets, so pipelines, crude oil, natural gas liquids, and refined product transportation and terminaling services. So this is one that I've been in for a while. I just bought in some more. I increased my stake over the last couple of days. This is one where I like the dividend yield. It's around 6.11%. The company is also trading around 1.41x book value and only 6.07x price to earnings ratio. It's had quite a bit of significant amount of insider buying over the last quarter. 16 million shares have been bought in insider trading. They had a stellar revenue year in 21. They're trading at a discount compared to others in the industry. They are a fairly profitable company overall. I didn't only add this one to my own portfolio, but also to my son's portfolio. So this is one that, I'm going to have him in for a long time since he's only 6 years old. But I think the dividend and that, it'll compound. I think this is going to be a good one for his portfolio. They've consistently paid out dividends, and that's one of the main reasons why I looked at this one. So there you have it, Energy Transfer, ET. and VUG for low risk. There's another high risk, since we were talking about Cathie Wood's ARK innovation. There's one that's SARK, SARK, which is the Tuttle Capital Short Innovation ETF. Now it's down a little bit from its March highs of over 60. The ARK fund has made some more money, but if there's more pain in the market and more pain for Cathie Wood's investment fund ARK, this could be a good one to take the opposite end of it. So SARK, Tuttle Capital Short Innovation and ETF. This one goes against Cathie Wood, so it trades inverse to the ARK Innovation Fund from Cathie Wood. Next, do we have anything else? That's it? All right, so SARK, that's more high risk, medium risk energy transfer, and VUG, Vanguard Growth Index Fund. I haven't bought into this one yet, but if there's a good dip, it's on my watch list to buy. And if you would like to invest in Revival today, we'll give you an opportunity to do that now. And you can put the graphic up on the screen. Here are the ways to give. Hashtag donate on Facebook. Text RT to 50155. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. We also accept cryptocurrencies. Here they are. Scan that QR code. If there's any other cryptocurrencies you'd like to give, you can call our office 412-446-2332. We also accept checks. Revival Today, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, Pennsylvania 15329. And I want to thank you for partnering with us and helping us feed 1,500 kids a day. And then don't forget to claim your offer. What are we doing for Claim Your Offer?
Nice.
Cryptocurrency, a trader's handbook. We'll give that to you. Send that to you for your donation. That gives you a little bit of an overview of cryptocurrencies and how to trade Bitcoin and altcoins, how you can make money trading those. All right, so we'll get that sent to you. Make sure you claim your offer, revivaltoday.com/claim your offer. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Brennan. I appreciate that. Anything else, Matea?
It's a good week. It's already a good week. Start off with Elon. It's gonna go to the moon.
It is.
This week's gonna go to the moon.
Moonshots for everybody. Go out there and make some money today, and we will see you all tomorrow.